Hi everyone, and welcome to Meet the Fleet. It's the show that brings you inside the cabin and under the hood of some of the biggest and baddest vehicles in the Los Angeles County fleet. I'm your host, Ryan Zumalin, and today we're here in Vernon at Fire Station 13 to learn about a truck designed not to fight fires, but to save lives. So come with me and let's check it out.
This is LA County Fire's Heavy Rescue. It's a Kenworth T880, a truck famous for its strength and stability, as well as its ability to transform into a huge number of uses for hard, demanding work. It's got 4 axles, a 565 horsepower diesel engine, and weighs about 75,000 pounds or 37.5 tons. That's a lot of brute strength. But there's also precision involved.
I'm here now with Captain Quentin Humphrey from Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 103. Captain, what can you tell me about the task force?
Task Force 103 is part of the Los Angeles County Fire Department's technical rescue program. Swiftwater rescue, advanced rope rescue, confined space, trench, anything that's a more technical in a manner that requires more training and more expertise to be able to facilitate a rescue.
So what does having heavy rescue add to the mission?
Adds us the capability of lifting and pulling. So in any kind of a situation where someone has unfortunately either been in an auto accident and they're underneath something heavy, Heavy Rescue 103 was designed specifically to be able to access patients. So we can give our partners that are on the truck companies, the engine companies, an extra tool in the toolbox to be able to lift something heavy in a very controlled, precise manner to now access our patient and facilitate that rescue.
Perched on top is a sliding rotator with a 65-ton capacity, and those are synthetic ropes for extra strength, leading to 4 winches at the end. You can even operate it remotely and see real-time calculations for the angle and attached weight at any given moment. There's also heavy-duty storage compartments that hold winches, ropes, and even advanced tech like live cameras and boom measurements in real time. Whether it's lifting a flipped semi-truck off a freeway or pulling a car out of a collapsed building, in a sticky situation, this is the king of rescue machines.
You mentioned a scenario where you might have to lift a heavy vehicle or even parts of a building off of someone who's trapped. That's a typical scenario?
Correct. So your typical scenario is, an auto accident on the freeway with a large vehicle, a tractor trailer, a concrete truck, and a vehicle ends up underneath of it. You need to very precisely, almost like a surgeon with a scalpel, take apart those things, and we can start cutting on the cars to get them out, but if they have a load on top of them, the load's trying to crush them. So the only way to do that is to stop the crush, is to lift the load or stabilize the load, and this tool is the most effective tool we have in our toolbox in order to do that. So now we can safely get the patient out and get that patient to the hospital for their care they need.
There's a lot that goes into driving this unit. It takes years of training to learn to operate it, and only 7 people in the LA County Fire Department are currently qualified. That training is necessary because the driver is almost always operating heavy rescue alone. When they're deployed to an emergency, they have to be the driver, navigator, boom operator, and search and rescue specialist. It was a rare treat to ride shotgun. Surprisingly, the rig is pretty quiet, comfortable, and easy to maneuver. But boy, is it big. They can even lock both of the rear axles, like the world's biggest Jeep, in case the heavy rescue encounters sticky or slippery conditions.
This rig is fun to drive, lights and sirens, it's quiet inside, drives like a pickup, it's an automatic, but it's very heavy. And sometimes you forget how big and heavy this is when you're driving it, because I like to tell the guys this thing drives like a pickup truck.
Does it feel like 75,000 pounds?
It does not feel like 75,000 pounds. But again, so quiet and so smooth when this thing moves. This is the best riding rig we have in our department, as far as like the way, the bounce and the way it rides and drives, the vision out of the mirrors. Like this rig, everyone who drives it is like, wow. But that also coincides with when they get out of the cab, we'll get the remote control out and we'll go through the operations of this. They're responsible for as much complex stuff out there as they are in here. So this becomes second nature for that operator. So we have to really do a lot of homework, a lot of pre-planning on these emergency incidents just to get this thing accessed.
Yeah.
It is a unique tool that's available to the people in County Los Angeles.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks for the ride, Captain.
Cool.
This rescuer gives the Urban Search and Rescue Task Force the firepower they need to get into any situation, handle it, and get people out of there safely. It's the ultimate mix of brute force, high technology, and surgical precision. That's all for today on Meet the Fleet. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks to our friends at Los Angeles County Fire for showing us around this incredible machine. Join us next time for another fun adventure.